Okay, well, I'm with Donald Lewis, who's the Business Development Manager with Meech, who are, of course, a world leader in static control systems and distributed here in Scandinavia by Convertec. How long have Convertec been looking after you, Donald?
We've been linked with Convertec now for almost 3 years, 2.5 years, if I remember correctly, yes.
And how many systems do you have installed in Scandinavia?
Oh, that's quite a difficult number because of the range of products we have, from static control through to web cleaning and things. Tens to hundreds, basically, yes.
I think the point of this is that however good the production system, it's not going to go anywhere without the support of static control system on board. And that's what Meech provides. Now, what are we really looking at the show today?
Today we're here, certainly at Scanpack, we're launching quite a, well, not the product launch, but it's the first time probably in Scandinavia as an exhibitor regarding our products called Hyperion, Hyperion or Hyperion. And this is quite a new range of static control product for us. In the last year and a half, we've been slowly bringing to the marketplace various products which are technically 24 volt supply products, which is quite an interesting range and also quite an interesting technology for the marketplace.
I guess you'll talk us through how it runs, but just to sort of summarize it for us, what are the key benefits of this system compared to previous sort of Meech solutions on the market?
There are key advantages in that Hyperion is adjustable in the fact that we can adjust the ion levels, the voltages, and also the balance between positive and negative ion emission, which means that you can tailor the bar to the application as opposed to hitting it with a sort of an across the range application. And also the fact that it has a 24 volt supply. We're not using a main supply, which means that now the cabling throughout equipment, through presses and to converting processes, means that we are really being able to react to machinery directives, basically. So it's quite a significant step forward.
That sounds as though it's a lot safer to work with.
That's correctly, yes, absolutely. It's safer in respect to the machinery that it's involved with, and obviously ultimately it's safer for operators and the like, and engineering staff, of course, yeah.
Now, static can be a potential problem right through the production process, I guess. Do you want to summarize where those really tricky areas crop up?
Yes, if for instance we're talking through a converting or through a printing process, then obviously we have static charges from immediately we unwind a roll of material or transfer a sheet of material. As soon as you transfer something in relation to a sheet or unwind a roll, then you are predominantly managing to create a charge. So yes, so we are looking at static control both at the beginning, actually through the printing process or converting process itself, and ultimately also at the very end, where we're trying to make sure that the end customer receives a product which is completely statically neutral, of course.
I mean, we've all been on the receiving end of a static shock when we get out of the car, for example, but we're talking about something a bit more serious than that, I think.
Yes, we are, yeah. We're talking at levels, certainly in converting processes and film production, for instance, cast film lines, blown film lines, these sort of areas, where the charges can be 70, 80, 90,000 volts, for instance.
Ooh, and that is going to create havoc with the substrate.
It creates havoc with the substrate, so you get problems in relation to handling that. Of course, there's also personal health issues, but of course charges, once they get to these sort of levels, you're attracting a lot of contamination in around that, airborne contamination from people and those sort of things. So again, it's removing that charge as quickly as possible really has serious advantages in the production process. Yeah.
I imagine that your systems are obviously onboard flexo presses, but can they be installed on any printing production unit?
Oh yes, absolutely. We go right across the printing gambit of sheet fed offset, flexo, wide web flexo, narrow web, digital production. The digital industry, for instance, has issues with being able to digitally print accurately if the substrate has a static charge on it. A static charge will affect an inkjet printed area, for instance, because we're going to affect how the print is actually laid down. So, right across the full range of the print industry.
That's great, Donald. I'm going to ask you to just talk us through the operation now. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so this is part of our latest addition to the Hyperion static control product, and this is our latest venture into adding 24 volt supply into the static control world. The advantages to static control powered by 24 volts like this is that we have a lot of flexibility. So we can adjust things like frequency, balance of positive and negative ionization, the voltage, so the voltage output of the bar, and we can also have alarm settings and ion level settings, which actually allow us to have alarms to be able to tell the operator that his ionization is not working correctly. Also, that the most important aspect of this is that we can adjust the frequency and the balance, which means that we are able to adjust the overall power of the bar and also its efficiency against the product that we're trying to remove the static charge from. This is the Hyperion 924 IPS. IPS stands for internal power supply. Basically what this means is that now the power supply, which we would normally have in an AC technology as an external power supply, is now built into the bar itself, internal power supply. This means that we have 24 volt input, and we also have on this particular bar a medium range bar, which is 20 to 150 millimeters in length. We have a cleaning alert, which means we can alert the operator that he needs to clean the bar and get the efficiency back to its correct level. And all these settings can be preset before the bar is installed into the piece of equipment. So again, we can adjust the frequency, the balance, and the output in such a manner that it is tailored to the product that we're trying to, or the application that we are working with. 24 volts, of course, means that from machine directives standpoint, we have obviously removed the high tension cable, and so this is a much safer, much simpler installation process, and really gives us a situation where the bar itself can be tailored to the application. So let us move to our web cleaning range. Meech have been responsible for web cleaning technology additions in the marketplace for a number of years now, and it's a logical step from our move from static control and actually implementing web cleaning as part of the static control process. We are quite a unique company in that we have 4 technologies, and 4 technologies means that we have 2 contact systems and 2 non-contact systems. This is a tacky roller process, which we call tack clean. This uses elastomer roller and adhesive material to remove the contamination from the web. Very typical in the industry of predominantly narrow web label. This is a contact system called vac clean. Again, this is a contact vacuuming process. Again, always with all the Meech systems have built-in static control, which is an essential element of removing contamination from a web. And this is cycling. This is a relatively new product. This is non-contact vacuum and forced air system using, again, Meech static control. This allows us to have a non-contact cleaning of basically any substrate, whether it be filmic material, paper, or any process that needs to have a non-contact web cleaning. This is handled and supported by our air handling unit, and that's the main central part of the process. Looking at our website a little bit more closely, you'll be able to see videos and centralizations of product process, which gives us what we need to be able to see what goes on here.